Hello, everybody. For interest, RWBY Season 5, Episode 10.
True colors.
Thank you. Shining through, etc. You know what
So,
would get this episode off to a great start?
talking?
Yeah, another talking scene. You know what's a talking scene about?
Nothing.
You remember how we wondered what happened to Beacon and stuff, and how all that's going? How are our favorite characters from Beacon doing? Like Coco's team doing okay? How's Velvet? How's Port and Oobleck? Weren't they great? Remember them?
Mhm.
How are they doing? They're fine, probably. I guess. Thanks,
Yeah.
show. Thanks. Like kudos for actually acknowledging. We actually still care about those characters, but thanks for acknowledging it in a way that's like the most dismissive you could possibly be.
Yeah. So I said nothing, because adds nothing. Literally adds nothing. Uh, Ruby comes up and, she's like, hey, kind of have a question. Uh, Cinder has maiden powers. Does she have an artifact thing? Like, is that what's going on? And to which Osmond's like, no, I hit it really well. And no, my cane is not an artifact. Haha, you silly fans. I mean,
So,
Ruby.
I mean, he hit it really well. Good for him. Do you not maybe think to hide the other ones really well too?
I hid mine better than the other ones. Well, that's great. They should all be hidden at this really well.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a kind of okay. So we got confirmation Crow was looking for hunters that were in the area and lived in Mistral, and they were all dead. And husband's like, oh, so Salem's moving more uh, strongly now. She's actually taking the initiative and just starting to wipe out our forces.
Yeah,
That might be a problem, maybe. Suppose
yeah, I guess so.
that's about the interest and investment he has in that information. Is I guess yeah, sure.
Um,
I don't know whether
after
that's them trying to sell him as callous and dismissive of people's lives, or just they just don't care.
I think it's more like this was to be. I think it's more like this was to be expected. I guess was what they're going for.
Mm.
Like, yeah, okay, uh, this was going to happen. We need to figure out a way to do something probably about this artifact thing because it's kind of really important right now.
Mm.
Uh, then we
So,
cut over to
oh god,
Leo.
oh god, this scene.
Would you care to
Oh,
take this scene?
this scene. I love and I hate this scene.
Okay.
So Leo is basically like, oh, we're kind of stuck in a corner. And, I've done such terrible things, Ozpin will never be able to forgive me. And now all I have left is just to work for Salem and do as she demands. You know what that's like, right, Raven? And he was like, no, I got out before any of this could fall on me. I'm not afraid. I'm smart. After hearing that line, I was just kind of, yeah, okay, it's another one of these sitting down to. Wait, what? And I actually went back in the episode. I was like, I'm not afraid. I'm smart. And I'm like, for like half an hour, I was pissing myself laughing at that line. The character, the writer, both of them having the audacity to give her that line is amazing to me. Oh my god. Yeah. Sure
It's
you
just
are, Raven. Sure you are.
You sure are smart with your master plan of I'm gonna take the thing that Salem wants and then she'll leave me alone.
I'm sure smart for getting my daughter on my side by telling her how evil Ozpin is for giving me superpowers.
And because I'm not afraid, that sure makes me smart.
It's, I don't even know. Could we just not have Raven in the story anymore? On the
That
one hand,
line
she's
was like
fucking worthless. On the other, she's too adorably terrible just to tolerate
the
anymore. I
the
can't.
line was bad on like 5 different levels. But
Yeah,
anyway,
also bad because it's just kind of a bad line, really.
yeah, nothing really gets accomplished in that scene.
Yeah, Leo apparently tries to take a pot shot and is like, something. I don't even remember what it was. It was one of those weak, who are you trying to convince moments, and it was rubbish.
Yeah. So we go back to
If
the
they have her
best.
make a heel face turn, I'm gonna be pissed.
We go back to the best scene that everybody loves, where the mom is just standing there holding a wooden board, not behind any cover, and getting shot at.
It's like, hmm, there's a board there. Maybe I should pick it up. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll go pick up that board. And she bends down, slowly, picks up the board, and it gets hit by a bullet.
The absolute worst part is that she's just standing there in plain sight, out of cover, before that, with a gun.
Yeah. And then she looks at one of the guards or police or whatever, and he's giving her a weird look, and she's like, got any better ideas? And his immediate response should be, yeah, get in some proper fucking cover, you dumb bitch.
Like we were making remarks on this show about how they were just flipping the table over and then exchanging fire. But now you're just not even using cover.
Yeah, at least he was hiding behind something.
I don't know what the show's trying to be anymore. I really don't. Uh, but yeah, through sheer luck and people unable to shoot a person standing still with a pistol that can shoot very slowly.
Yeah, and then she hits the guy over the head with the board and apparently wins that fight.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm embarrassed at this point.
Yeah. That was it was just I think that is actually the worst scene in this episode. And there are some bad scenes, but that is the worst. Just for a show that
At least she didn't call herself a great fighter, like Raven
yeah,
would have done.
for a show that thrives on its action a lot of the time, that was just sincerely disappointing.
Then we move on to kind of flips back and forth between Gera and Blake. But we get Blake with her fight scene with Ilya. And Blake's like, it's not too late, you don't have to do this. And Ilya's like, yeah, I totally do. Adam's gonna lead us to triumph and such and such. And then they fight.
Yeah.
And this is where the choreography went, I guess. Cause
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, this is a surprisingly decent fight. I mean, it's in choreography alone, the emotions behind it and everything else surrounding this fight is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But
I wish Blake involved her semblance more. Like, she uses it once at the beginning to dodge Ilya's attack.
yeah,
She doesn't use it again, as far as I noticed.
probably because animation budget.
You'd you'd think they would get a bigger budget after getting distribution in Japan and it being a roaring success over there and being kind of a roaring success over here.
But they're putting the budget somewhere else, probably.
Oh yeah, the mecha anime. Right, I forgot they were doing that.
There's one part where the whole thing goes dark, and it's kind of interesting because she's using her chameleon powers to just kind of blend in.
I think they did that bit a little poorly by having the scene
They-
too well lit. So
They did it poorly. They did it poorly in that regard, but like it was an interesting concept for that fight to go that way.
Yeah, it makes sense and it plays into Ilia's powers pretty well.
Yeah, just we don't play into Blake's powers very well, though.
Yeah.
So fight ends.
I mean, in fairness, it is established that both of them have really good night vision. Remember?
Yeah.
All the forms have good night vision. So
Yeah, that is true. So,
might as well have just turned herself brown all over. Just tried to blend in with the wood paneling. But...
yeah. So, Blake pins Ilya, and gosh, I can't remember.
I think at that, yeah. Oh god, yeah. Blake pins Ilya, and they have a heartfelt conversation about how Adam's stupid and a butt, and then Gera comes crashing through the door, chased by Fox and Fox, and suddenly stops and panics, looking at Blake, winning her fight.
I know. Oh yeah. Blake, it's like, no, she's pinned down Ilya. She's winning the fight. Why are you panicking? Why are you freaking out? This makes literally no sense. And because he panics and freaks out for that second, he gets stabbed. You know what? The correct response would be a smile at his daughter winning, and then blocking the knife that would come at his back, and continuing his fight.
Or even like a smile on noticing his daughter and then just getting stabbed because of his 1 second of inattention.
Yeah,
that still would have worked, but the panic was completely wrong.
Yeah, completely. And it's just stupid. Stupid.
So, yeah, then we have a 5-way fight between Gera, Blake, the Foxes, and Ilya, kind of. Except I think at this point Ilya just kind of stays out of the way.
Ilya kind of...
Oh, and at one point Blake set the house on fire for no...
Yeah, so she could see Ilya better, I guess.
Oh, right, Ilya turned off the lights, and then that's when she did... Yeah, that makes sense.
But, Faunus have good night vision, so,
It's kind of meaningless. Yeah. Like, I mean, blending in with the colors, I mean, a cat's night vision isn't in color. It's literally like night vision is in the goggles, as far as I'm aware. Or it's in black and white, so... camouflaging the color doesn't really help you in that situation. I'm harping on this a little too much, probably.
Probably.
It was a good idea. They forgot the details of the lore, though. That happens. Zero, what the hell are you doing?
My lens on my glasses fell out.
Oh.
Sorry. So afterwards, basically, they finish up the fight, and Ilya's...
Yeah, there's not a lot of details that are worth noticing.
Ilya gets saved by... Yeah, Ilya gets saved by Gera, and
then they... And Son...
Oh yeah, the most cartoony thing, one of the Fox dudes charges at Gera, who then moves out of the way and drops the thing, and the guy just goes, slides right underneath, and the thing just falls on him. Like, wow. Stupid.
Oh, Son gets a moment to be badass, but it's basically exactly the same thing he did at the end of Season 1. Like, it might even be shot for shot, I'm not sure. Like, spin the nunchuck, push, bang, 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 and then that's pretty much it for him.
Boy, he gets no play, really. Uh, so the fight ends, and all the bad guys have been defeated. And also, Ilya is a good guy now because of
Yeah.
the power of forgiveness.
Yeah. So police are gonna take Ilya away, and Blake says, "Stop, just leave her alone. It's fine." Um, and then all the Faunus are there to see what's going on, and Blake decides to give a big speech about how this wasn't humans that did this. This was it. It sounds like I'm giving this shit. I really should use a different tone of voice. This was actually a decent speech.
Yeah, it was a decent speech. It's like, no, we like to blame everything on humans, but we're destroying ourselves right now.
Yeah,
And
and we're
we should,
letting Adam speak for us, and we should not do that.
yeah, we are letting him sully the name of the Faunus, and we're not doing anything to stop him. And so,
By not doing anything, we're giving him tacit permission to do so.
so yeah, that's a really good speech, and it's a really good point of like, yeah, no, we don't need to go stop Adam for the humans. We should be stopping Adam for ourselves. Kind of, I think, is the angle they're going with.
Yeah.
And that's much more convincing.
Yeah.
Let's protect humans.
Oh, look. Blake showed she has some charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's almost like you should show these things and not just tell us that they exist. Despite her still being an incredibly shallow person.
You can be a shallow person and charismatic.
You can, yes. So, this entire season, Blake's plotline is the only one that actually did anything.
Yeah. I mean, we've been harping on it a lot, but stuff happened. She now has a force of Faunus who are willing to go and help out Haven.
Yep. Weiss's plot has been A to B.
Yeah.
Getting from one place to another. The entire stop in the bandit camp was entirely pointless. It accomplished nothing. She didn't even need to be there.
Yep.
So that whole airship crashes and everything didn't need to happen.
Weiss got shafted this season.
Yep, entirely. In fact, she got a lot of play last season. So
yeah, she got a lot of play last season, so it's fine.
Yeah. Again, A to B. Was the Raven thing resolved?
The Raven thing solved nothing and caused no conflict. So
I really hope they don't heel face turn Raven. I really hope.
Well,
I'd be mad.
The heel face turned Ilya. She's
that
now.
Made sense.
Yeah, it made sense though. And
RWBY has done literally nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
Say what you want about Blake. At least her stuff went somewhere, and now she has a whole lot of allies, and characters have changed, and it's something that's going to be probably affecting the story throughout the rest of its runtime.
Yep. The White Fang have been basically split in two at this point. To Blake's faction and now Adam's faction are two separate identities. So that is progress. There's fracture there. They have done some damage to their enemies. Woo. Progress. Plot progression. Character progression. All of these things have happened for story arc, and no one else's.
Yeah.
This will be remembered probably as the season of exposition, because that's 90% what this season has been, and it is the worst thing.
As an aside, I really did like that moment where Sun goes up to Ilya and he's like, "Yeah, you stabbed me," and she's like, "Oh, sorry," and he like pinches her. She's like, "Ow," and he's like, "Now we're even." I'm like, "You're a cool guy, Sun."
I saw in the comments that pinch is called a monkey bite, by the way.
Oh, that's nice. But I expected a lot of things to go places, you know? Like, I expected once Ruby got to Haven, things would start really happening and picking up pace.
Hmm.
Instead, everything stopped. Because the next thing that they have planned is the attack on Haven, and she needs to be around for that.
Mm.
And so, rather than have a interesting training arc where the characters develop and maybe even learn new ways to use their semblances, instead they cut that out and they just do a lot of talking.
Yep. All talking. So, oh, we missed a bit.
What?
Uh, Lionheart. The reason we transitioned from the Ruby scene to the Lionheart scene is because Lionheart calls Crow and says, "Hey, we should. I got some hunters together. We can do a thing in the bandit camp. So you should come tomorrow night."
And Osmond's like, yeah, that's super
That's
suspicious and completely
that's a
the
trap.
opposite of what he said before.
That's a
Yeah.
trap. It's a trap, 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 trap.
So hopefully stuff happens next episode.
I don't have my hopes up anymore. This was a
I
nice change of pace. It's a vast improvement over the last 5 episodes, but that's, you know, it's still like, if the last 5 episodes have been like a 1, then this has been a 5, probably at best.
Yeah.
So improvement, yes. Payoff, yes. Doesn't make it a great episode though. Just because they wasted a lot of time and finally gave you something worthwhile doesn't mean it's great.
Yeah. It's I don't know if I want to even review next season, to be honest, at this rate.
We'll see how the next four. Like I keep saying, they have gotten a hell of a lot of negative feedback for the past few episodes, and they have acknowledged as much tacitly. So maybe they'll, you know, we'll go through the end of the season and then we'll make a call there probably. I mean, if they're going to be at this point, they're too locked in. They have to be beholden to the 3 arc structure for next season at least, because payoff's still there. The writing's already done, unfortunately. Then maybe we should just give it that chance. But then after that, just kind of, if it doesn't pay off in a worthwhile way, when they have all of the cards stacked exactly how they want them, and they still can't put together a good season, then there's just no point anymore.
What bothers me is that they're doing the same thing of attacking an academy.
Well, they have to. That's where all the things they want are.
Yeah, but that bothers me that it's all set up like, every 3 seasons we're going to attack another academy is what it feels like it's going to be.
If they do that, that will be incredibly disappointing.
And that's what it feels like it's set up for.
Yeah,
which is what
you mentioned before, the video game metaphor, and it really does feel like that. And that's not a good example to be following when it comes to writing a good story. Like, video game writing is famously bad.
You can have stuff happening at an academy, but it doesn't have to be the same big attack on the academy. And like, we know they're just trying to sneak right in, but it's going to end up being a big attack because they're going to want to kill Crow. And
you know what would be an interesting turn?
What?
They do the attack on Haven. It fails. Leo gets ousted because he's a traitor, obviously. And then we go back to Beacon. And then try and rebuild there. That would be an interesting turn. Try and repel the forces that have already taken the school.
Yeah.
And then you get the, okay, we're going back to the status quo then. That's great and everything. But then we have the main characters that are like, no, I mean, the status quo was okay, but this is still a problem that needs to be solved, and we kind of still want to solve it after everything we've gone through.
Yeah.
That could be an interesting turn, but I don't think we're going to go there.
It's just going to be every 3 seasons, another academy.
Yep. We're going to go to Atlas next, I think.
I think Vacuo.
No, you're absolutely right. It's going to be Vacuo because Atlas is the big fortified one where they're going to have the big final battle against Salem's force.
Also, Weiss's family is there, so
Yeah, that's yeah. At that
that's
point, it's kind
something
of tangential, but yes.
that's something they're not going to want to touch for a long time. I feel
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. So, wonder how Team Sun are doing. I'm
I
going to
don't
put
know.
nothing on this until they actually acknowledge it.
They're probably all having some ramen noodles off on a street corner.
And then they're going to say, hey, you think they're doing anything interesting?
Nah, they're fine.
Wasn't that a good joke? It's their entire
Uh,
character at this point.
uh,
Alright, so that's RWBY Season 5, Episode 10. It's an uptick, but not a dramatic one, and definitely not a big enough one to say, oh, the series is good again. But it's something, and it's more than we've gone for the past 5 episodes.
yep.
Whoa.
We'll see you guys next time with episode 11. We haven't ended the show yet. The season, rather.
I wonder what that board was made out of.
Vibranium.
I mean, it blocked a bullet. It deflected a bullet, from what I saw.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
had a dent.
she pulls up the. They're not going to shoot her in the leg or something. No, she put up a board. We can't stop a board with a gun.
When she's blocking her vision with it, thus doesn't know where we're aiming.
And standing in plain sight and not behind cover.
I don't want to blame this all on losing Monty, because that's just kind of sad. That's not a bad choreographer. That's you have no choreographer. That's you don't.
That's what I said before. What I said before was that I feel like nobody's actually working actively on the choreography of the battles.
Bye, everybody.